In this video, we're going to look at changing the subject of a more difficult formula. So this example says we got 2p plus 3q equals to r times q minus 4. So the first thing we've got to do is to multiply the bracket on the right hand side. So we get the following: 2p plus 3q equals to rq minus 4r. Now, because I want to get all the q terms on one side, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to minus 3q on this side, minus 3q on the other side. Then what happens? The positive 3q and the minus 3q cancel out, and I end up with 2p equals to rq minus 3q minus 4r. Then what we do at this stage is we want to get minus 4r on the other side. So we can do that by adding 4r on both sides, like so. The minus 4r, positive 4r cancel out. So I end up with 2p plus 4r equals to rq minus 3q. Then whenever we have a situation like this, when the letter appears twice, the rule is that we must factorize it. So we do 2p plus 4r equals, take the q out as a common factor, and we get r minus 3, and therefore we get 2p plus 4r. Now this means q times r minus 3, so we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to divide by r minus 3, and that's going to be equal to q. Here's a question for you to try. You can pause the video, and when you're done, I will go through my work solution. Okay, welcome back. So we got 5 times x minus 3 equals y times 7 plus 2x. So what we're going to do is we are going to expand the brackets out. So we get 5x minus 15 equals to 7y plus 2xy. Now I want to get all the x terms on one side, so I'm going to minus 2xy on both sides of the equation. Don't forget, positive 2xy and minus 2xy will cancel out. So now I end up with 5x minus 2xy minus 15 equals to 7y. Then I want to get minus 15 on the other side of the equation. So I'm going to add 15 on both sides of the equation, like so. Then we get 5x minus 2xy equals to 7y plus 15. So what we do now, we factorize the x out. So we get x, so we get 5 minus 2y in brackets by factorization, and we get 7y plus 15. And then this means times, so we can do the opposite, which is divide. So I end up with 7y plus 15 divided by 5 minus 2y. Here's the next example. So sometimes we get a fraction that involves the letter twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to write this out first of all. So we've got a plus bx over dx minus a equals to c. We know to get rid of the denominator, we're going to multiply both sides by dx minus a. So let's do that here. Then on this side, these two terms will cancel out. So I'm left with a plus bx equals, now here I'm going to expand the brackets, so c dx minus ac. So now what I'm going to do is to minus c dx on both sides. So minus c dx here, minus c dx on this side. And then they cancel out. So I end up with a plus bx minus c dx equals to minus ac. So I'm going to get rid of positive a by minusing a on both sides of the equation. And then they will cancel out. So we get bx minus c dx equals to minus ac minus a. So what we can do at this stage is to factorize x out because it appears twice. So we get b minus cd equals to minus ac minus a. So we could divide it now. So we get minus ac minus a over b minus cd. Here's a question for you to try. You can pause the video, and when you're done, I will go through my work solution. Okay, welcome back. So here's our question. We've got mx plus c over kx plus d equals to n. Now remember, in a question like this, we want to get rid of the denominator. So we times both sides by kx plus d, times that by kx plus d. This will cancel out with all of the denominator. So we end up with mx plus c equals to, now let's expand the brackets, so we get nkx plus nd. Now I'm going to take nkx on the other side, so I'm going to minus nkx on both sides of the equation. Now they will cancel out, so I will end up with mx minus nkx plus c equals to nd. Then what we're going to do, we're going to minus c on both sides of the equation. Then these two terms cancel out. So we get mx minus nkx equals to nd minus c. Then what we're going to do here at this stage is factorize x out. So we get m minus nk equals to nd minus c. So now what I'm going to do is to divide it. So x equals to nd minus c over m minus nk